Hey everyone, welcome to my channel ASP.NET Core, and today I am going to explore my membership today. And in my membership, I will give you a complete video tutorial and a complete source code. So I want to tell you this is not a simple membership program, and this is not a simple fundamental based program. It's based on the project, real-time projects actually. Just I'm creating a .NET projects in Entity Framework Core, SQL Server, Dapper, and just creating a RESTful API based on CQRS pattern and any other patterns. Like I just follow a perfect design patterns. So it's not a simple tutorial I will give you. I will give you uh, beginner to professional videos. Okay, not a simple video tutorial. Beginner to professional video tutorial I will provide you in just 800 rupees. Okay, that is the one time fees. That is I just repeat again, that is the one time fees. That is 800 rupees for Indian user and $15 for other country user. Okay, so in 800 rupees or $15, you will get .NET Core based tutorial. I mean to say that beginning to professional video tutorials. Uh, I will show you the complete structure of the code. Okay, and I will give you Dapper, REST API, Angular, Entity Framework Core, MS Test Unit, .NET Blazor, unit testing, HTML, jQuery, CSS, SQL Server, and React in just only $15. Okay, I'm showing you a course content of .NET Core and all. If you want to join this membership, you just fill this form. That must to fill this form. That is full stack development. Your name, your email ID, your contact number. No, contact number is not necessary. Transaction reference ID, order ID or PayPal ID. If you are from India, just pay using UPI. And if you are from outside of India, you can use PayPal. This is my PayPal ID. That is narinkumar851@gmail.com. Okay, this is my PayPal ID, and you can just pay $15 for outside India and pay 800 rupees for Indian users and put your transaction reference ID here. Okay, and submit your form. Now your membership is completed. Okay, now just after submit your form, I will send you video tutorials and complete projects source code. Okay, video tutorial plus source code and the fundamentals. I mean to say that which is used in the project, like PPTs, like notes about that. So just hurry up, guys. It's a limited time deal because I want to increase the price rate. Okay, so you get unlimited code and unlimited video tutorials in just 800 rupees. So first of all, start from ASP.NET Core's content, and here we have introduction about ASP.NET Core, getting started with Visual Studio 2022. I mean to say that .NET Core 8, or you can say .NET 8, with the default template, MVC, model view controller, directory structure, how MVC work, HTML helper, and built-in tag helper. Simple example of MVC like button click, different view sections, database connection string, entity framework core, how entity framework core works, migration, simple CRUD operation using single model using entity framework core, question answers. So the first chapter I completed in this course code. So that is the course structure. So just unload your project first, reload project, and after reloading your project, you can see the content of the project. So here we have a content of the project. So here we have a home controller, pupil controller, and the test controller, application DB context. So the first chapter actually completed by this project, technologykida.web. Okay, so that is the first chapter. Now the next one is the relationship. So in the relationship, we just covered 3-tier architecture, one-to-many relationship, CRUD operation on one-to-many relationship, 10 examples of one-to-many relationship. It's your practice time. Many-to-many relationship, CRUD operations. Actually, I will give you complete roadmap of .NET. Okay, so if you want to learn from scratch, then it's best membership for you. Okay, so 3-tier architecture, one-to-many relationships. So 3-tier architecture is what? So just unload this project first, because that chapter actually contains the basic information about the .NET Core. Okay, so So unload the project and reload the remaining three projects, this one, repository and the entities. So here I'm providing you the basics entities related to this one-to-many relationships, like one-to-many relationship, CRUD operation on one-to-many relationship, and Fluent API concept, one-to-many, one-to-one relationship, and all. So that these are the country state, that is the one-to-many relationship between the country and the states, and student and the skills. So the joint table will I'm using here, that is student and skills. So many to many relationship in between the student and the skills. So the repositories actually contain the interfaces and implementations. And also here we have a DTO, that is data transfer object. Application DB context is also there. And the next one is the UI layer. So in the under the UI layer, we have lots of things like extension methods, migrations, tag helpers, utility, validations, view component. Validations, I mean to say that we have a custom validations. Okay, so here we have a uppercase attribute like custom validations, view models, view components, and all things are actually covered in the second chapter and the third chapters. So here we have validations, client side validation, how it's work, server side validation, perfect example of server side validation, custom validation, anti-forgery attacks, and session, how to configure session, how to use session. So session actually covered in this chapter. So here we have, so on the basis of one-to-many relationship, I just designed a project. Okay, so these are the fundamental tutorials, but just after that, so here I'm using one-to-many relationship. So just I designed a project, that is the concert booking project. So just reload, unload the project, the first, unload project, and just right click on it and load project. Okay, now after that I'm giving you a concert booking web host. So that is the concert booking project. So reload project, and concert booking, reload project. It's based on the one-to-many relationship. So concert booking dot entities. So here we have a concert booking project. That entities contain the like application user, artist, booking, concert, ticket, and venue. And that is a concert booking system, And here we have an infrastructure. So infrastructure is the global configuration of your website and the project. And the next one is the repositories. Here we have a interfaces and implementation of application DB context. In concert booking system, you will learn about the authentication and authorization system using identity. Okay, so that is the system. And here we have a web host. So that web host contains the areas where you have a identity scaffold. In identity scaffold, you learn about the identity, that is the website security topics. So authentication, authorization is also considered here. So here we have a operations like themes, boot source, theme setups, reusable component, partial view and view component, page utility, paging, searching, sorting, file services. Generic services also considered, the like generic repository, unit of work pattern. Generic repository and unit of work pattern also covered in the next project. That the one project here, and the next project is like that. So unload project, again unload project, again unload project. So I'm giving you a complete code about this, and you just download it. Okay, and the next one is the concert, that is the clean student management system. Actually, clean architecture is based on the clean architecture. So reload it, the clean student management.ui, clean management.models, clean management.data access layer, and the business logic layer. So here we have a clean architecture code. Okay, so in the clean student management system, you learn more about the session management, authentication by using the session. Okay, authentication, authorization by using the session. You learn more about the claims and claims identity and the claims principle. So you learn more, like if you just consider about the accounts controller, so you learn about the how the session work, how the access denied page. Manually you have to design the login and the logout page, like claims identity, claims principle. Okay, so that is the power of the .NET Core and the MVC. So I just clean up the code. So here I'm using identity topics like claim-based authentication, policy-based authentication, cookie-based authentication, data seeding. So best use of the data seeding here. Okay. So these are the real-time projects, filters, how filters works and how middleware works. So that's all are covered in these chapters. So that is the .NET Core chapters. So unload project, clean, unload project again, and unload project again. And the last one is to unload this clean student management.ui. Okay, so these are unloaded project. Now, just after that, I will cover the API. Okay, so I'm going to the API service. So the next chapter is the ASP.NET Core Web API service. So what is the WCF, SOA and the rest? Create ASP.NET Core Web API project configuration, attribute routing, attached API in Swagger and the Postman, default parameter binding, status code, action result, repository pattern, asynchronous code, CRUD operation on one-to-many relationship in Web API, in RESTful API, paging, searching, sorting, content negotiation, media type formatter, validation in Web API, circular object error handling, authentication authorization using JWT, ASP.NET Web pipeline. Okay. So that is the another code where we have a ecom project, and under the under ecom project we have just discussed all about the topics like repository pattern, asynchronous code, CRUD operation, content negotiation, media type formatter, validation in web API, circular object reference, error handling, authentication authorization. Like you can see that in the startup.cs file, that is the configuration of the project. And here we have a validations about the add JWT pair tokens, about the authentication scheme using a JWT, and this is the identity service configuration. Okay, and this is the content negotiation part, like service.add, mbc.add, xml serializer formatter. Okay, so that these all are actually here we have also a course properties, like when we add this service, when we consume this service in the Angular, so these properties are also required. So these topics actually covered in this chapter. So filters is API key auth attribute, helpers methods like file helper, in infrastructure like iProduct, product service, migration and models. So these are the models. And we have covered a book project, book writer, bookshop, and book writer, book project, and category of the books, book cover, book writer. So these whole topics are covered in this course. The next one is versioning API, action filters. So here we have also a next chapter, that is versioning of the API, authentication controller, book controller, and like that. So here we have a authenticate controller, like that authenticate controller we have register method by using the JWT configuration. Books controller you can see. So here we have a books controller. So you can see that attribute routing is what attribute routing, how to save the file in Azure also. So that is covered by using this code. Okay, so the next chapter is about the introduction about the Angular. Okay, so that is introduction about Angular. Install Node.js, install Angular CLI, and current version of Angular that I am using here, that is 17.3.2. I am using here. Directory structure, running path, module class, component class, create a new component, install Bootstrap, Angular toolbar, routing concept, material design, RxJS service, authentication, authorizations, course property, ng container, ng content, and all. And view child, HTTP interceptor, material component, paging, searching, sorting, and all. And just covered using ASP.NET Core RESTful API based project. Okay, so that is the simple demonstration I'm providing you. And just after that, that is the C# beginning course. What is C#? All things are covered in just 800 rupees, guys. What is C#? Hello World program, variables, branches, loops and sets, methods, debugging, generic and events, creating connection and database link threading, data structure in C#, that is DSA, data structure and algorithm, asymptotic analysis, big O notations, finding big O, finding time complexity, worst case, best case, average case analysis, linked list, doubly linked list, circular linked list, stack and queue, recursion, binary tree, hashing, searching, sorting, heap and binary tree. Just after that, we will cover Signal R real-time communication. What is Signal R? need of signal are, advantages of signal are, how to create connection, client server communication, what is hub, signal are transport types, what is connected clients and disconnected clients. Actually that is the real time communication, so you can use it a you can design a project based on the signal R. So you know that it's a powerful source of your journey. So it's only 800 rupees. What is Bootstrap? How to use Bootstrap? And that is microservice project I will provide you. Uh, in .NET 8, in .NET API and authentication authorization, JWT token based asynchronous synchronous communication, Ocelot gateway, Swagger open API communication, and all. JavaScript also providing you, and Microsoft Blazor course. And you can see that Microsoft Blazor course is also considered in this one. So Blazor Bookshop.client project, Blazor Bookshop.server project, Blazor Bookshop.shared project. So actually, not only a simple video tutorial, it's based on the project video tutorial I will provide you. Okay, so that is the concept of this one. And React, what is React? Installing Node, creating new React app, component and application structure, functional versus classes component, fragment, JSX, event hook, state component, parameter, child to parent communication. And these are communication type, design, manual component, pagination, HTTP communication, course, services, authentication, authorization, roles, claims, identity configurations, and all. Okay, so this is not only a simple thing, it's a roadmap of .NET. So fill this form, that is full stack development, your name, your email ID, contact number, transaction reference ID, and 800 rupees for Indian user and $15 for other country user. And just get the code, and it's professional code I will provide you. Okay, so hurry up guys, just fill the form, and form actually available in video description box, so must to check your video description box.